Hey guys, welcome to today's video. My name's Kat. As always, thank you for stopping in. So today is kind of unique. Today is part 2 of a video. I'm doing a rodeo Q&A, a rodeo wife Q&A as I get ready. So it's a get ready with me Q&A about my life as a rodeo wife. If you guys have not watched the first video, make sure you check it out here. I'll put a link up here as well as a link in the description box. Circle back to this video for part 2. For those of you that have not watched that, I am married to a professional rodeo cowboy, and so I always get a lot of questions that people ask me, and I was getting ready for a rodeo today, so I thought that this would be a prime opportunity for you guys to ask me those questions. So I put a question box on my Instagram. If you're not following me there, I'll put my handle down here. Make sure you go follow me on that. And yeah, so we're just gonna get ready. Honestly, this is all of my real hair. I do not have extensions. I have been growing my hair out for many years. This is its natural length, mostly natural color. I do have a couple of highlights in there. So that is just kind of what I am. I'm also gonna bring my camera down, so just bear with me for a second while I get that sorted out so you guys kind of get a full picture. So I think I've got you guys far enough down that you can see what I deal with. So this is, I washed it this morning. A couple things, I would highly recommend you get a hair turban towel. This one is from the brand Studio Dry. I like that it's fluffy, it's almost microfibery. I absolutely love it. I swear by these. The other product I love and I always use is the Kevin Murphy Smooth Again. You can find it online. A lot of hair salons are now carrying that. Another thing I super recommend is finding some sort of hair protector, some sort of heat protector. So I'm using the Chi Iron Guard. I picked this up at Winners for like $12.99, super good. So I've just, like I said, washed, dried my hair. I did let it mostly naturally dry in the towel, and then I blow dried it a little bit. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of this Iron Guard in. I'd put a box on my Instagram what questions you guys have for me being a rodeo wife, being involved in the sport of rodeo. As I said in the first video, I do not compete. My husband competes and has competed for many years. So I prefer those questions to be tailored to that kind of answer I can give you, because that's what I can give you, is that type of an answer. So I will be answering those today. I'm just gonna separate my hair. So I've just taken it just above the nape of my neck, and I'm just gonna clip this up. I am using the Foxy Bay hair styling tool today. It is just a curling, it's not an iron, it's a curling stick. I don't know what a curling wand. It is the biggest one I could get. So we're just gonna carry on with some of the questions I got. The first question is, does rodeo just happen one day of the weekend for you? No. Rodeo for my husband, like he's a rough stock rider, so he rides bareback horses. If you guys didn't see the first video, he rides bareback horses. And so that means that it is very easy for him to travel between, that was terrible. Let's get a mirror in front of us to see if that helps. So it is very easy for him to travel between rodeos. So if the rodeos are close, we'll do 2 in one day, sometimes even 3. And so, no, we can hit up to, so say 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So we can hit up to like 5 or 6 rodeos a weekend. But rodeos just don't stop on weekends, for those of you that really want to know. Some rodeos start on Wednesday, some rodeos go for 10 days, so you could be hitting a rodeo on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Usually like the double header type rodeos are on weekends, so that's why, you know, we can hit that many rodeos on a weekend. I'm struggling today. I'm a struggle bus. You probably know I am going to a rodeo tonight. We sponsored a rodeo. My husband is not riding, but I am going to do a part 3 to this kind of little series thing, and I will vlog kind of my view of the rodeo, because it is different than just sitting in the stands. Next question. How do you find a cowboy? I will tell you how I met my husband. I met my husband through a mutual friend. I was actually working at a Western feed store at the time, and we had a mutual friend / it was more of a customer of mine, but I knew him kind of just around and things like that. And he had brought in my husband, and that's how we had originally met. And I didn't know right off the bat that he was a rodeo cowboy. I had no clue. He actually didn't even reveal that to me until like 2 or 3 months into, we were seeing each other. We weren't even dating. We were kind of in that weird gray area of seeing each other. And so that's when he actually revealed it. And it didn't really matter to me because I really liked him, and I really liked, I liked his style. He kind of had a little bit of swagger to him. He was always really, really dressed nice and always put together, and so that's what really attracted me to him. And one of our first dates, because he excuse me, he lived in a really, really small town, and I lived in the city, and so we had met halfway between the two in another city, and we had actually gone just kind of shopping and toured around. That was our first date. I drove an hour and a half to see him, and he drove an hour and a half to see me, so it was kind of like a meet in the middle situation. Next question. Can you hook a girl up? No, sorry, sweetheart. You have to do it on your own. I will say this. It's not for everybody. I've said this on the first video, but it's not always for the faint of heart. I mean, there's some definite highs and some definite lows in the sport of rodeo, especially being a rodeo wife. The highs are amazing. You know, he just won finals. He, came out of the season with a bunch of money. Things are going really well, but when things are going really bad, it's really bad, because the game is physical, very, very physical, but it's also mental. So it plays on that string as well, and you just have to learn to be the support system for both of those. How awkward am I when I do my hair, by the way? You're just gonna have to get used to it, because if I do it like this, I feel like I'm strong arming. You just have to be the support system either way. You have to be ready and capable for almost anything, because he could, get super hurt in the arena. And by the way, when I'm answering these questions, I am tailoring them to being a rough stock wife. I respect everybody in rodeo, but the only thing I really know is being obviously a rough stock rider's wife. So I don't know much about the other end, but I do know that everybody that competes in rodeo suffers injuries, and they can be very catastrophic. So just when I talk about it, just know it's being tailored to the rough stock end of things. Next question. I love rodeo and I love the food. What's your go-to? Like for food? Oh, okay, this is gonna be easy. My husband was rodeoing full time. I had a list in the van of all the rodeos that had the best burgers, taco in a bag, but taco in a bag is my absolute go-to. I'm not really a sweet girl. Like, I don't go for the cotton candies and things like that. I go for savory and kind of crunchy. So taco in a bag is my jam, but it has to be made a certain way. You guys, I don't know if this is like a thing anywhere else but here, but if you put like Catalina sauce in your taco in a bag, it's like game changing. It's mind-blowing experience. You have to try it. So instead of using, like, you make your taco meat and all that stuff, and then you put Catalina dressing on it. Taco in a bag would be my number one. My number two would just be like your regular cheeseburger, but I have to have cheeseburger with lots of pickles, onions, and mustard. No ketchup. I'm not a ketchup fan. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't like tomatoes on burgers either. That ruins it for me. Tomato is a fruit, not a vegetable. By the way, I'm just wrapping my hair around this. This is just how I roll, and I'm absolutely horrid at it. And the thing about rodeo hair is, for me, and this doesn't go for everybody, but for me, the higher the hair, the better it is. So you either go really tall and big or really curly and big. That's just how I roll. And because I've got so much hair, it tends to fall. So I go as close enough to the root. Sorry, what is your go-to outfit? Got sidetracked. I'm so sorry. This side looks so awkward. It's just how it goes with me. I am just an awkward person and just do things my way. So, go-to outfit. Depending on the time of year, the rodeo it is, but my go-to outfit usually is super flare pants, super flare jeans from a company that's called Ranch Dressing. I can leave them in the description box below. So like jeans, belt buckle, boots. I always wear a pair of cowboy boots. I have numbers plural of cowboy boots. And just I usually just kind of go with like a neutral shirt. I usually wear a bodysuit, because that way it's not riding up on me and it's not going anywhere. And then I'll tailor it with either kind of like a fringy vest or a fringy jacket. But if it's raining, I wear just regular blue jeans. I like the ones from Cowgirl Tough because they have some really awesome, beautiful designs. And that's what I'll be wearing tonight, is a pair of blue jeans because it is raining. Cowboy boots, just probably another bodysuit, and then I'll wear one of my husband's rodeo jackets just because they're waterproof. Where was I? It's a question. Did you travel with your husband? Yes, I did to a point. I think I answered this in the first one. I did to a point. I did to most of his rodeos, to all the big ones, absolutely. At the beginning of a relationship, I traveled all the time with him. And then, you know, if I had work or whatever, then I wouldn't. But I would make sure I booked around the big rodeos because I never wanted to miss like a big kind of moment in his career. I always liked being there. Instead of curling in, I'm going to curl out on the front bits here just because I want it to be kind of away from my face. And as if you can see, I'm holding this little piece of hair at the end because I always like my curls to be undone. I like the beachy, messy, undone. This loop is really bothering me. Beachy, undone kind of hair. So like that. And then I'm just going to leave that side for now. Maybe I will part down the middle. What do you guys think? No, it feels like, see, when I look at my hair, it feels like it wants to sit on this side, so I'm just gonna go with it. Another question somebody asked was, how do you deal with the buckle bunnies? I think I answered this question in the first one too. But anyway, I don't. Don't get me wrong, I've been in positions where it's not involving my husband, but like I was in the crowd one time watching, and there was two women in front of me who were like, I'm gonna date that cowboy after. And I'm like, yeah, right, because you gotta go through me first, sweetheart. And but like in my mind, I would never be confrontational to them because 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna get what they want. Sometimes they do, but not in my world, they do not. I can't believe it's raining. So I've been checking the forecast. So I haven't actually been to a rodeo in a very long time. My husband and I are sponsoring this one that we partially sponsored this one that we are going to today. And well, this weekend, it's a whole weekend deal. But I've been checking the forecast and it was only supposed to rain like maybe a little bit, and then it just like was super gloomy and shitty. So now I'm just like, there goes all my outfits, there goes all my plans. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So like I said, I probably will hairspray a little bit more than usual today just to try to get that extra hold in my hair. I like looking nice. I don't need to go over the top. I don't need to go big, you know. Like I said, if we're at NFR in Vegas, well, that comes with a little bit of territory. You need to put the rhinestones on and you need to have, you know, the outfits 100% top notch, but to something that is not that and just kind of your everyday, you don't want to completely stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm just gonna kind of go more natural than anything. I'm gonna wear a hat today because it is raining as well. And that's the thing about, like, for me, it's just kind of fun for me to dress up because like I said, I don't compete, so it doesn't matter what I wear really, but I like to look good with what I'm wearing. So I always try to look my best because I feel my best when I look my best, and because I have anxiety, I try to kind of mask that a little bit with my makeup and my hair and my outfits and things like that. I have a very good question here. Do you ever get scared when he gets hurt? So if my husband has ever gotten hurt in the rodeo arena, or it's never if, it's when, and we say that quite often, it's never if, it's when it happens, because it will happen, bottom line. And it doesn't matter what event you are in, it will happen. I've seen some of the gnarliest barrel racing wrecks, just blow your mind wrecks. So in bareback riding, rest stock specifically, there are wrecks that happen quite frequently. And do I ever get scared? Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little bit desensitized to it in a way where I have learned to keep calm, level-headed, not freak out, things like that, because you have to trust the other people in the arena. So pickup men, medical professionals, things like that. And normally, you know, there are other people around you that kind of support you and things like that. I have been scared, you know, like the worst ones is when they get stretchered out. Like if they walk out of the arena, whatever. Well, that sounds terrible. It's not whatever, but I mean, they're still injured. But if they're walking out on their own, that's perfect. If they're getting, like if they've been X'd out and are on a stretcher, completely different. My heart still sings. And even if it's, like, the rodeo community is so small that it's anybody. It just doesn't have to be my husband. Like, it can be friends of ours, traveling partners, you know, whatever. Anyone that anything happens to, it concerns me. So, yeah, I get scared for him, and I get scared for anyone else that something happens to, because it's not very pretty, and things can go wrong very, very fast. Another question, what is the worst injury your husband has had? There's been a few. We'll just go with that. He's been scalped. He got, I can't remember, did he get bucked off or he rode to the whistle? Anyway, he got bucked off, I think, and the horse came down on top of him, the hoof, and got him in the head, and it scalped him. So that was, that, you know, that's always nice. I think the worst one was when he broke his pelvis. That was probably like the bones and stuff in his pelvis. He got crushed. The horse, he rode the horse actually, and the rigging and stuff, the horse was coming up to the fence, and he was getting his hand into his rigging. I'll insert a picture so you guys know kind of what he rode. But the horse was coming to the fence and swapped ends, and he took the rigging in the pelvic area, and he crushed all that. Well, that was probably the worst one for me because he was out for so long. Most of the other ones are like superficial in a way. I know being scalped isn't superficial, but it kind of is in the world of rodeo. Like you can kind of, that one heals a lot faster. Let's just put it that way. It heals a lot faster than broken bones. And so like, you know, if it's stitches, it's one thing. If it's casted, it's another. Like there's a level. And that's, you know, that's kind of what you have to deal with as a rodeo wife, is there's always going to be injuries, there's always going to be physical problems, but there's a level, there's a line that it crosses when it becomes super severe or super detrimental to their season, or you know, they can kind of stiff upper lip and move on kind of situation. So you don't ever know what's going to happen in rodeo, especially when they're riding, and you know, it doesn't matter how good they are or what, you know, position they stand in all season. They're gonna get hurt. I mean, I've seen some of the best in the world get X'd out. So I mean, it can happen to anyone, and it's the worst feeling in the world. So this is a very interesting one. What was life like on the road with your husband? Well, my husband traveled with tons and tons of people. And he traveled, I'll see if I can find a picture of it. He had this red minivan he traveled in that he kind of converted into basically like a traveling home minivan on wheels, like house bed on wheels thing. It was pretty unique, but on any given day, we would have 3 or 4 people hop in the rig with us. And so that was one thing. And then, you know, sometimes we would stay in hotels. It depended on kind of where we were, or if we were traveling, or if the hotels were sponsored and things like that. So we were always on the road. We were always go, like a typical rodeo week for us, you know, it would start on like a Tuesday night. You know, if you rodeoed on Wednesday, we'd be packing up the rig Tuesday night, go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 shows, Saturday, maybe 3, 1 or 2 shows on Sunday, turn around and get home Monday and do it all over again Tuesday night. So that was kind of life on the road. You know, a lot of the shows are like, start at 7 o'clock at night, so the rodeo wouldn't actually be done until like, say 10 by the time you get out. Then you know, end up, a lot of times they have concerts, so you go to those, and so it was really, really fun. Look, I look like a unicorn. It was really, really fun. It was very go, very busy. I never honestly knew what town we were going to wake up in, because we could be, rodeoing during the day and end up in a town at night to sleep and then continue on kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. I have the best memories in the world from rodeoing and meeting people. And it's the people you meet. Like, rodeo to me means family. It doesn't mean, rough stock riders and cowboys. It's family to me. They are my family. And the extended family you get from rodeo, they're not your blood family, but they are your family, because you spend so much time with them. You spend so much time taking care of them. Or, for example, my daughter's godfather is a professional cowboy as well. He's a bareback rider. And if he would get hurt, for example, we were just talking about injuries. If he would get hurt, and his respective other was not there, we would look after him and take care of him and make sure all of his stuff is where it needed to be, and make sure that, his family was notified that he's okay and all that kind of stuff. So you are a big family in the end. Favorite rodeo memory. This one's hard. I have a lot of rodeo memories. But some of my most favorite rodeo memories is when my daughter was born and she got to be a part of this life. She's been a part of rodeo since she was, born, but she was born on a Wednesday, and that Friday, like 2 days after she was born, we were at a rodeo 5 hours away from the hospital she was born in. So she, has got to experience so much and meet so many people. It's just so much fun seeing that. I'm gonna go grab some hairspray and I'll be right back, and then we'll finish up. Okay, so I've got my hair curled and I like it. I'm gonna put some Do Over by Kevin Murphy in my hair. I absolutely love this hairspray. It does not smell like hairspray. It smells like tropical beauty. So what I'm gonna do, you guys are probably gonna laugh at me, but I have these little skull beads. I don't know if you can see them. I actually got them off of Wish. They were really cheap. So I'm gonna put a braid in my hair and kind of draw the skull beads through them. I always like to be a little different. I like to have like bodangles in my hair and things like that. So I always put them in, and I just do a standard braid. So if you're wondering. So yeah, favorite memory of rodeo, that's probably it. Watching, it's never about competition to me, because we're all a family. Like, you can draw bad, like there's more to it than just how good the rough stock rider is. It's, the draw of the horse, it's the draw of the bull, it's the draw of the calf. There's a lot of factors that play into it, so it's never a competition for me. So I always, I'm always on everyone's team. So I'm just gonna braid this right to the end for the most part. And then, this is gross, I'm gonna lick my hair. So if I didn't mention at the top of this video, I'm gonna do a part 3, which is gonna be like a vloggy style of what as much as I can, and I hope I can get this done, but of what I see at a rodeo, or what, like, my view of the rodeo is, because it's very, very different than, like, if you're sitting in the stands or whatever. It's a totally different ball game for me. So I wanted to kind of vlog that. That's gonna be part 3. So the part 1 was just makeup and like get ready with me, quick chat. We did a Q&A. This one obviously was Q&A, do my hair, and then we'll do a vlog, which I hope it's not pouring the entire time, but we'll see. So I got some of these rubber bands from the Horse and Tack store. If you were looking for little rubber bands for your hair, it is the best place to go, because you can buy bags of thousands for cheap of the little elastics, as much as you may want to go with the goodie ring ones, and those are fantastic too. Guys, sorry, my camera overheated. So I just, like I said, Get the rubber bands from the horse tack and feed store. They are freaking amazing. So I just kind of use it as a little stopper for my beads. I also put one up here while I was waiting for my camera to cool down. I like to have them at different lengths. I don't like to just have them at the, there it is, at the end of my hair. So I'm not going to worry too much about the top of my hair. Sometimes I don't wear a hat today. I just am going to wear a hat. So this is what it's going to kind of look like once we're, you know, at the rodeo. Super long, curly hair. Super, super love. This hat is by Charlie One Horse. If you're wondering, you should check them out. So thank you all for stopping in. My name's Kat. As always, it's good to see you. This has been part 2 of 3-part kind of vlog type videos. Don't forget to subscribe to check them out. I got a bunch of content coming down the pipeline, a lot of Halloween stuff. So make sure you are subscribed for that. So yeah, this is kind of just a final look. I'm super excited to get to the rodeo tonight, and I can't wait to vlog it for you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up while you're there. Comment down below if you have any questions, if you want me to do something like this again. I would love to, and I appreciate your guys' feedback so very much. So anyway, that's it. It's always good to see you guys, and we'll see you guys in my next video.